Love to have you. Nick here. If you're joining us right now, you're joining a Shopley Snapshot, which means we're going to talk to you guys about what Shopley is from a business vehicle as a company, how you can leverage it, how you can put it to work for you and get you making some money here, rolling into 2025. Welcome, Niagara. Welcome, Alberta. Welcome to my panelists. And hopefully, gang, you've seen maybe a short video before you got onto the Zoom today. Maybe you watched a couple videos, or maybe you haven't. Either way, you're going to come out of here complete with information for you to make a decision as to how you want to play a role in the scaling, expansion, and growth of Shopley into the Canadian marketplace. So with that, I'm going to start today by introducing our Chief Visionary Officer. Before we go into the nuts and bolts, he's going to kind of cast a vision for y'all as to, who we are, what we stand for. This man has built a company in 150 plus countries in the past. He has launched hundreds of products. He has been a pioneer of new technology, great dad, great businessman, great business partner, great guy. He can sing, he can play piano. What else can this guy do? Ron Williams, over to you.
Oh yeah, thank you, Nick. Welcome back, man. Good to have you. Good to see you at home there. Hope you're comfy and you're recovering and all that good stuff. Appreciate you traveling for the company. Well, folks, this is kind of a special snapshot because this is the first Canadian-specific snapshot, which means there's some progress happening in Canada, both from the field perspective as well as corporate perspective. I know Nick is going to touch on that, so I'm not, but I'll tell you what does that mean for you guys? It means you get to be on the ground floor and make statements from Canada. I've always believed that Canada, I've always said this, and I'll only say it on a Canadian call, but Canadians are usually like one Canadian is worth four others in other countries because their word means something. They don't just shake hands and say, okay, what's next? They just go do something. I love that. Yeah. So I'm so happy to be on this Canadian Zoom and just tell you that you're involved in a company on the ground floor that has a vision. It's bigger than all of us. And you're going to hear a lot of that tonight with Nick. So none of us get in the way. No egos, no entitlement, no do me, just fresh. Hit refresh right now and reinvent yourself because you don't want to miss this one. You don't want to have your eyes half shut on this one. But you're also involved in a company that focuses on the things that unite humanity. We know that right now there's a lot of mess going on around the world. And you know what? We just want to bring people together on a business platform that makes us feel good about each other, where we understand that we have far more in common than we do apart. And so we're just in the very beginning stage. I know Nick is going to say this to you, but I think we're somewhere in the 70 to 80 day range. We're just a young pup with a big bite. So I always say, lead with your heart, grow some teeth, and know when to bite. Know when to bite. So happy to be here with everybody. And I just, if you want, just while we're getting ready for Nick, why don't you text somebody who you want on right now, who you should be on right now, so we can double our numbers, triple our numbers, whatever we got to do to get them on there, so that we can have the right people on hearing the right message from the right guy tonight. We have our president with us tonight. He just got back from Europe, from Milan. He's just back to work. The guy doesn't miss a beat. So blessed. He's so blessed to have him as part of our team. And I think you guys are going to agree with me. So folks, give it up on the chat. Give a nice warm Shopley welcome to Nick Sarnicola.
Thank you so much. Well, after being almost a week in Europe, right now it's about 2 or 3 a.m. my time. But it's only 8 p.m. It's weird like that. We got a bunch of Canadian panelists today. Matt Britt, where are you joining us from, brother? Sarah, where are you joining us from? And Carmen, where are you joining us from?
I'm in Ottawa.
Ottawa. Excellent. How about you, Matt?
I'm also in Ottawa, Ontario.
All right. And Miss Carmen?
I'm in British Columbia.
Fantastic. Well, gang, I'm going to go over some slides, rapid fire, but we're going to do super conversational. I'll probably bring you guys in multiple times. Like, hey, what are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts on that? And then I know, Sarah, you might have to jump off some of the way through. So just once you turn your camera off, I'll know that you're done. So that works if that works for you. So everybody else, Team Canada, let's get rocking. Let's give you guys some backdrop here. We got a great platform here that we've been building. We're 75 days into going live as a company. We're about 45 days live as a website. It might be 80 and 50 now. I actually got to go look at the dates, but you get the idea. It is a budding baby, but it is an absolute rocket ship. The idea is undeniable. The conversation is sexy. Everybody, their ears perk up. There's intrigue. There's excitement. And that's got to move into engagement and action. And I believe there's going to be a lot of Canadians that have a very different 2025 than they had in their 2024 if they get moving and rocking and rolling and doing stuff aggressively. Let me kind of give you guys context. We reference Shoply as decentralized commerce, which is bringing power back to people. Because commerce has become very centralized over the last 20 years. 13 of the richest 35 people in the world are all from the same 5 companies: Walmart, Facebook, Google, Alibaba, Amazon. So 100 years ago, you walked down Main Street and everybody owned their own business and their own shop, and everyone brought value to the community. And now today, it's these 5 companies that dominate it all. And we want to start bringing some of that back to the small business owner, to the medium business owner, to the stay-at-home mom, to the dad that doesn't want to take on a second job, to somebody with entrepreneurial aspirations that wants to make a 6-figure income from home and wants to leverage the best trends out there to do it. So let's get rocking and rolling, and let's talk Shoply. This is me, by the way. I share this because I want you to grab that at Nick Sarnicola. Add me on all platforms so we can stay connected and we can share. But what are we? We're an ecosystem. An ecosystem is a very important word. An ecosystem thrives where you can feed off one of the scenarios in the group and they feed off you or another. And that's what makes the ecosystem work. You're feeding one and you're feeding off another. You're feeding one and you're feeding off another. What do? We unite influencers, brands, aka vendors, team builders, and also people that are talented at business development. We put them into one place and say, hey, let's all make money together. We're leveraging one of the fastest growing trends in history called social commerce. Social commerce is this: using social media platforms to conduct a sale. I don't mean buying Google AdWord placement. I don't mean buying Facebook ads. I mean making a post, you, not a company, you making a post and you making money. You creating a video story, you making money, swipe up. You going live, you making money. Well, Nick, how big can that be? I don't know. How about $1 trillion next year? 3 years ago, none of you heard the term social commerce. It wasn't even really a term yet. Yes, we were doing commerce on social media, but the idea of an industry of social commerce didn't exist. Did you know, depending which data you look at, there's only 8 to 10 trillion dollar industries. This will be one of them. This will be one of 10 trillion dollar industries on the globe next year. Where's your piece? Where's your chance to make an extra $500 a month, a week, a day, an hour? What are you doing about this trend? How are you getting involved? Is this going to be another thing where you're like, oh man, I heard about that idea, I didn't do anything about it? Or, nobody ever tells me about stuff before it really becomes massive. Here we are, and we're having the conversation. You're a part of it. You're right in the beginning. So this is a diagram from Accenture. Accenture is a $250 billion consulting firm that analyzes industries. They're the ones that the data I'm pulling from. But they say, hey, look, every one of us are users on social media, meaning our profiles, LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, X, whatever it is. Now, social commerce is saying, all right, let's have those users be attracted by influencers, creators, and resellers, push them to small brands through commerce enablers, aka technology, onto platforms. Well, guys, long before we ever saw this diagram and this report from Accenture, we were creating Shoply, the platform. And what we do is we attract or create influencers, attract or create creators, and say, gang, go grab these people that are following you in social media. Let's bring them to small brands and bring them on the platform of Shoply, and everybody can get a piece and everybody can make money. Now, if you really want to know how valid this concept is, love them or hate them, Amazon is the second most valuable company in the world. Doesn't matter what your opinion is. All it matters is that we just say, oh, clearly they're smart in business. Did you know Amazon has been getting its butt kicked by social commerce, such as TikTok Shop? Because people are now starting to shift from going to Amazon to save 62 cents to watching people go live or watching people make posts that they're connected to, that they believe in, that they like, and they're buying from them. And Amazon's been losing so much revenue to this idea. They announced a global partnership with TikTok and Pinterest 60 days ago. Well, September, October, November, 90 days ago. 90 days ago, they announced this partnership. We have been telling people since July 1st, before we barely even had a logo, and people say, hey, what are you guys? I said, you know what? We're Amazon, TikTok, and direct sales networking. If it all came together and had a baby, its name would be Shoply. And then Amazon announces that they're going to partner with TikTok. At first, my heart sank for 10 seconds. And then I realized, holy cow, the smartest people in the world just validated our business model. We're going to be massive. So now I don't have to sit there for 30 minutes to try to validate this idea, because anyone with any common sense can go, oh, Amazon just validated it. A $1.7 trillion company just partnered with a $400 billion company to do social commerce. That's a big idea. Amazon's bringing the products. People are going live on TikTok. What if we had a platform where you could go live or share or make posts, but you could also bring the vendors and get paid for doing that? Well, how big is this for people? How big is live commerce? This is not Shoply, this is live commerce. Well, Stormy Steele did $1 million in sales in TikTok in one day. This fabulous lady right here did $13.7 million in 1 week. That's on track to 60 million in a month. My biggest month in sales, I had a company that did a few billion in sales last decade. My biggest month was 66 million in 1 month. I had 117,000 salespeople in 19 countries, and I thought I was a bad man. This lady has her and a computer, and she's on track to do 60 million a month by herself. That's efficiency. That's what social commerce and live commerce can do. Still not a believer? Lee did $1.7 billion in sales, mostly of lipstick, in 12 hours. I'm gonna let that sink in for a second. $1.7 billion for a half a day's work from his cell phone. Now, I understand that that is so insanely ridiculous that none of us can relate to the fact that we could possibly do that. That's okay. You don't need to do that to make a difference in your household. You don't need to do that to make a change in your household. We're looking for micro influencers, 5,000 followers or less. We're looking for nano influencers. Nano influencers are usually like 2,500 influencers. Sorry, not influencers. 2,500 followers or less. I'm having trouble here with my cursor. Sorry, guys. That was supposed to be an N. Nano influencers. And then I also make one up that's called a nada influencer, which means you have no idea what we're talking about today, but you want to make some money doing it. You're not an influencer, and we're going to teach you how to do it. Why do we look for nano and micro influencers? You got the highest engagement, You're the most authentic. The people that are following you, they know you, they like what you're saying, and you have a niche that you like to discuss and talk about. These are the groups that we attract. These are the people that we're going to make super successful on our platform. So what I like to do right now, actually, we'll do this one more slide, is I'm going to bring on our panel to talk about live commerce, social commerce, the industry as a whole, what it means as an influencer. And this quick slide is for those of you who do understand influencing, who do go live, make sales, do social commerce. Here's a couple things that I think is pretty cool that we do. Number one is when this bad boy is built out, you're talking about unlimited offers. So you'll be able to go to one place, every product category, digital courses, eventually services. You'll have thousands of vendors with tens of thousands of offers, but not yet. Well, why? Because we just started. So right now we got 25 vendors, 24 of them in America. We're here to talk to people early on that want to help us create this idea in Canada, not be the last one to find out about it, but to create it. Here's a cool idea, 100% incentive. What does that mean? That means Shoply does not tell you how much you're worth to sell this product from Dr. AQ, or this product from Stellamar, or this product from Vi, right? Or this product from Elevate, right? We don't tell you how much you're going to get paid. The vendor says. Reaction tells you how much they're going to pay you. And whatever they say they're going to pay you, you get 100% of it. And if you don't like what they say they're going to pay you, then just don't promote it. But at least you know up front what it is that you're working for. So let me pause right there. Panel, no specific order. Jump in. Live commerce, social commerce, Accenture, influencing, nano, nada. Any way you want to go. Open platform.
Well, I'll go first. I'm not an influencer, but I definitely know who Accenture is, and paying attention to a company that's doing $250 billion, who's predicting an industry that we're learning about here today is going to be massive. And knowing what Amazon has done, seeing what they've done with the partnership with Pinterest and TikTok, I call those clues. And this not an influencer decided to try his luck at turning himself into an influencer online, as well as teaching other people how to do the same thing. And to me, it's just extremely exciting to be a part of something in such early days and having the ability to, help shape where this thing goes. As someone who's got experience in startups before, it's never perfect, but this is the most exciting time that we could ever have in this business. And I love it. So that's it for me right now.
Great share, buddy. Ladies, take it. Lady, obviously, I would love to hear your guys' perspective on social commerce, live commerce. I know, Sarah, specifically, you've been doing this for years. Carmen, I don't know so much down your path, but take it away.
So I can hop in. Yeah, I think in terms of, I wouldn't say I'm an influencer. However, I've been doing network marketing for 10 plus years, still a full-time high school teacher. But also doing this was like my side gig that became like more than a side gig, I think at that point. Hit the top of a couple companies and, came over to Shoply, July, I guess, or August, when we were allowed to sign up. And just kind of have been building and just, I've never been part of a startup. So I'm not like Matt, like I have not been part of a startup. So this is very different for me. It's a lot of learning. It's a lot of, I love the vendor aspect. I love being able to talk to vendors and have like these meetings. It's so different. And it was like, I think that's the best part. If you are coming from the network marketing aspect of this, like, yeah, you can build a team, you can sell, like you can do all those things. Like I know how to do those things. However, I've never been on like the vendor side of a conversation ever. So I think that's kind of exciting that we're going to be able to move forward with that and get some Canadian vendors hopefully soon, that are just strictly Canadian. But we have lots on the platform that are shipping to Canada now. Like I've been buying all sorts of different products, and the vendors have been really, really great, coming from the US. So I think there's a lot of excitement. There's a lot of momentum, and you can kind of feel the momentum kind of picking up again. So I think that's really, really important too right now.
Okay, well, I definitely appreciate you hitting on vendor and team building. We haven't covered that yet. It's coming in the future. In the next couple
Jumping
slides.
ahead, I'm sorry, Nick.
Yeah, do you have anything on a live commerce side for the average mom out there watching this, mom to mom? How hard is it? How complicated is it to to talk about something, to share something? Like what's been, I know I believe you've been doing that pretty aggressively over the last few years, utilizing social media platforms in order to create sales.
Yeah, I think that's just, it's the name of the game now. Like you can't really go on any social media platform. I mean, Facebook's still my baby. I have a large following on TikTok Shop, but we ain't got TikTok Shop in Canada. So, if I did, it would be insane. But while we wait and probably will never get that, I'm very, very excited for this platform. And I've been talking about Shoply over on my TikTok platform because Canada wants an option. I get a lot of views. I get a lot of momentum on there when I speak about the option of Canada actually having that. So, and then of course, Instagram, I'm on all the things. I think it's just you're on there, you're sharing stories, you're sharing products all the time anyways. You may as well just grab, like that's all I did is I grabbed some products that we have on our platform already and I started sharing them. I created some content. I actually sent some to Stacy last night if you want to use it on the hair care, the skincare. Like there's so much that we can offer already. And you know what? You're going to do a lot better. And here's a piece of advice on commerce. When you talk about the same couple products a lot, that's when your audience gets interested. If you're like on there shopping for every product we carry right now, no one's going to buy anything. If you're just posting every product that we have, like no one's going to pay attention. But if you focus on a couple that you really, really like and you're using and you're showing, you'll do a lot better. So that's my best piece of advice when it comes to the commerce side.
Fantastic. Carmen, what's your 2 cents on the first few slides that covered here?
I think the biggest thing, I've been actually in network marketing for about 20 years, actually. And so with that being said, I've had much success in selling products on social media. But the biggest thing, I think this whole industry needed a facelift. It's been going through a lot. And the pros and cons with social media, pros being that yes, we have social media that we can market with, and people do buy from you because they like you and they trust you, they know you, our inner circle, right, on our social media thing platforms. The other thing though, when you're building a network marketing company, and if you've got a huge team and people, to keep people, maintain them in an auto ship with your one product for the next 20 years is impossible these days, because there's so many new shiny objects out there. There's so many new products and something coming in all the time. The beautiful thing about with this platform with Shoply is that we've got this variety of all these beautiful anchor products coming in that we're going to be able to love and use and share. So we're not going to get bored. And I think that for me is huge. The timing of this company to me is it's perfect. We've got everything. So I think we've got the perfect solution for anybody out there that's looking to make some money.
Fantastic. Thank you for all you guys for sharing real quick. Let me continue forward. So anybody out
Hey,
there,
Nick.
yo, hit me.
I'm just going to say, spoken like true Canadians there, because the business that I've done in Canada, which has been significant, and it's been some of the hardest business we've ever done, because there's always that border, there's always things that happen. But finally, Canadians get something from their country, from their shipment, from their vendors, from their courier services, from their own pride. If the Canadians have a lot of pride in who they are, so I love that they finally can do it and bypass all that stuff that we've all had to go through to try to make it work in Canada. And I'll tell you what, this is a good time for the Canadians to be on the Zoom.
Let's rock. Well, for those of you guys that are stressed about how much this is going to cost for you to make a bonus next week, the answer is nothing. So we've got 3 different ways you can get started with us. We're a SaaS platform, software as a service. So somebody either becomes an affiliate, an influencer pro, or vendors. Everybody starts with a license, and then everybody has a subscription to the SaaS platform ongoing. But if you're somebody that's like, look, I just want to talk about products I like. I want to get trained by you guys over the next couple weeks to couple months as you begin to approve multiple vendors out there in the Canadian marketplace, and scale from the first vendor to the first 50 vendors out there. How does that work? Well, dude, sign up for free. Like by the end of our conversation in 15 minutes, the worst case scenario is you're an affiliate with us, off trying to make a check next week. You can get access to, again, as we scale, unlimited offers. You can make limitless direct bonuses. You get ongoing customer attribution. This doesn't happen in the normal influencing world. What this means is when you refer a product, let's say you refer active serum by Dr. AQ, and you fall in love with it. You refer it to a stranger on your social media who buys it. That same stranger comes back and buys Stellamar's activator product. You will get paid for the customer buying this because you have ongoing attribution to that customer. And that's a big, big thing in the influencing world, because I tell you what, companies will pay for one sale, but they're counting on keeping your customer buying other stuff and saying thank you for your followers, even though you they paid you once, but even though that customer bought 10 other things, you only got paid once for that. You're also going to get a bunch of free courses to get you going, to teach you guys and educate you. Let's keep rolling here. All right, I heard the ladies tease this one a couple times here, so they jumped right into let's build a team. So let's go there now. So I want to be very clear to everybody. Network marketing is 1/4 of what we do. It's obviously very big and important to Carmen and Sarah, but it's only 1/4 of what we do. You could never, ever, 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 ever touch that piece of it, and you could make great money, fantastic money. However, if you are a person that likes to build teams, you're good at recruiting, you're good at teaching, you're good at holding communities together, then yeah, build a team. Because over the last 10 years, because of social media, 6 degrees of separation has become 3 degrees of separation. So I bet you every single one of you is connected to people globally through your social media. Problem is, how do you make money with them? Because what companies are allowing you to make money with people globally? There's very few, and the options usually end up in some sort of crypto scam. The traditional direct sales industry is plummeting backwards. It's gone backwards every single year for the last 3+ years. Why? Because the gig economy makes too much sense to the average person, and being able to turn on the number one career choice. Let this land for a second. The number one career choice of Generation Z is social media influencer. It's not doctor, it's not astronaut, it's not actress, social media influencer. The number one desired income from a stay-at-home mom is to be a social media influencer. If you're building a team in a traditional company, you can't compete. You can't hold those people in your business. We are building a hybrid model that's serving the purposes of everybody. Furthermore, we're building an internal course, a freemium version of courses called Shopley University, where you're going to learn from experts in several different categories. This is a dynamic university, which means every month we add new courses. I think we're uploading a bunch of them today, or we just uploaded a bunch today from one of our course creators. And over the next 3 or 4 months, as we add more and more super vendors, you're going to see courses upwards of $10,000 to $20,000 for free to help you build a brand, AI strategies, live commerce, unboxing, sales and marketing, team building, leadership, speaking, presenting, etc. So we're here to teach you. Now, if you want to really maximize Shopley University, maximize all of our compensation sectors, you want to build a team, you can be an influencer or an influencer pro. 500 or 800, 30 a month or 40 a month. All this is US dollars. Throw that out there. What's the difference? An influencer can build a team, an affiliate cannot. They get access to our community bonus, which is the efforts of everyone you're working with, all building into one bonus. Over $4,000 in courses that you get for free, just for getting started for $500. You get all of that, plus if you go to Influencer Pro, maximum community bonus access. This is minimum, this is maximum. Also, you get the ability to bring vendors to the platform. Once your marketplace is ready to flip that on, we'll put you through a vendor development certification, and you can recruit and bring on vendors, and you can earn a piece of every one of their transactions, whether you and your team sells a unit or not? Let me give you an example. Let's say you brought Reaction, which has got like 20 different SKUs. This is like 2 of them. You brought Reaction onto the marketplace. And let's say your team and you make no sales for Reaction, the brand. But let's say someone else's team or a bunch of influencers somewhere else that you've never met before start selling it like crazy. You're making a royalty off every transaction. Only influencer pros will be able to do that in the future. Pretty stinking cool. Okay, here's where we're at. The US is on its way to a phase 5 market. Canada is a phase 2 market on its way to a phase 3 market. As you heard Sarah say, and we might be able to pull up a flyer because I know you guys made one, Sarah. I think I got Stacy hunting it. There's 10 companies right now that are shipping into Canada. But as you guys know, there's extra stuff, extra costs. It's extras, right? Our goal is to also have localization of your marketplace. We've probably had 6, 7, 8 vendors that are in the process somewhere. And let me kind of show you guys a little bit about the user experience here. I forgot to do this earlier. But this, for example, was our first approved Canadian vendor brand. And actually, Matt Britt brought this brand. So this is a Canadian-based company with Canadian products, very, very high-end, natural, organic, wellness-based products. I'm not going to go through to sell the products today. That's not the context of today. But if you fell in love with this brand, you could say, okay, well, I really like the Essential Detox Bundle. And that's something that I really enjoyed for, my own consumption, my own use, bunch of information here. Maybe you want to sell that, or maybe you want to sell, and it's not that expensive, right? You're talking about like, okay, I want to go out there and sell, where's the price on this thing? Where'd it go? Hello? Am I tripping? There's not a price on that one. There's not a price on that one. That's the only one that doesn't have a price. Okay. So bad example because the price wasn't on there. But this one right here has a price of $37.99, right? So in that scenario, you could sell this one for $40, and they're going to say, okay, well, hey, we'll pay you $4 for everyone that you sell. So if you threw up a post on this and 20 people bought it, hey, congratulations, you just made $100 for those transactions. Or you get the idea. You could do any one of these. You could sell a bunch of them. Or, by the way, you could pick any of the products that are shipping into Canada. But the main thing I want you guys to understand is the future of this, of what Canada will look like in the next 90 days. And the next 90 days, Canada will be a phase 4, if not a phase 5 market for us. There's only 4 markets that we're aggressively focused on to push to phase 4, phase 5 in the next 90 days. And you're going to have vendors that are going to pop up with skincare, hair care, nutrition, supplements. A guy like Bo who's doing hair care here, and he's like, okay, here's the hair regrowth kit. By the way, you can get this in Canada right now, but this guy's paying $61 direct bonus. I mean, that's almost 30%. It's like 28%, right? So you go out there, you sell 5 of these in a week, and you just made $300. On track to make $1,200 that month. He's got training videos right here, more training videos below here. So it's like the customer experience. I want you guys to look at this. This isn't mobile, this is desktop. This looks exactly like Amazon.com when a customer looks at a product. This is what you'll share. You'll literally hit the share button. You could go, okay, oops, didn't mean to hit that one. We go backwards. Okay, I'm going to share this to Facebook. Oh, I'm not logged in. Come on, don't do this to me.
Well, while you're doing that, Nick,
Go for it.
I was just laughing that how time flies and how you just blink and everything changes. I remember 10, 15 years ago, and I hate sounding so old, but I am. But the funny thing is that how people would have all these products in their home, they'd buy a bunch of products and they'd try and sell it and push it, give it away, push it in people's cars, just get out of here, come to my house and get, now it's, dude, look how clean it is. Look how beautiful it is. Look at the risk factor. It's just minimal. So I love it.
Thank you for sharing. Guys, here's another, if I was logged in, which I'm not, you would see a share button right here. So you can actually share Bo's entire brand with all the products from here. So these are different ideas, guys, of how you're going to do this, how you're going to make money with this. And I want you to visualize hundreds of Canadian brands in here in every category. And you're just clicking on products you love the most and you're sharing them, right? You're going down here, you're clicking this copy button right here. You're then pasting it onto a story. You're making a video and you're saying, guys, click the link and it'll take you to the product. You're going live and you're putting in your live and say, hey, click the link. You can buy it now. If you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. We're going to teach you all of this stuff. Let me kick it back to my panel. Panel, talk to me a little bit about Influencer Pro, Shoply University, the vision of Canada, where we need to take this thing, direct bonuses, any of the stuff I just hit on. Take it away.
Well, Nick, man, the part about the vendors and being able to build out a business around things you love is extremely appealing to me. We talked, you hear the network marketing conversation come up, but this is not like network marketing. I have experience in that industry and I love it and I've done very well there. However, this is such a unique hybrid type of model that lets people do exactly what they want to do to produce the results they want to produce. And the vendor acquisition side is something I love to do. I love doing business development. I love talking to business owners. I love casting a vision on what's possible. So I'm out there talking to vendors because this is an opportunity to make true passive income. You don't get that in many places. But if you go bring on 20 vendors over the next 5 years and be earning 3% of every transaction they do, that's powerful. It's not costing me hundreds of thousands of dollars and mortgage payments and running my, part-time real estate investment business to generate that kind of monthly cash flow. This has cost me an $800 one-time investment that I get to go use my skill set around business development, find great company owners, cast the vision of Shoply, bring them into this ecosystem, and then use my NADA influencing skills to grow their market share and influence other people to start promoting it too through their social channels. So that's one of my most favorite things about this business model is how we're now opening up to really everybody. There's a spot here for everyone. You don't need to be a network marketing fanatic to be successful here. You can hate the industry of network marketing for all we care. You can just come in here and use your social media, do the piece you love, use great products, tell people you know about them, and make some great money on the side.
That gray hair is making you wise, brother.
Matt, you're awesome. I think that's what I like to say, talk about too, is the network marketing industry is completely different than this. Like even over the last couple of years, I've been just watching e-commerce, wondering how I could figure out how to get into it. Because I'm not techie. If anybody, just so y'all know, if I can do this, anybody can do this. I can barely use my phone. I can barely make a group chat, but I figure it out as I go. But I'm telling you, like, I've been kind of just following a few, e-commerce guys that are making all kinds of money. And when I watch guys on Instagram or wherever they're at, making $30,000 a month selling one kind of weird product that doesn't even make sense to me. And that's what they're doing through e-commerce. That's not network marketing. This is like the magnitude of what we have here is beyond, I think, what we can even wrap our heads around. The vision I see, like when I talk about that story I talk about twice now with Paul Robeson back in the 1990s. He was the first man to make $1 million a month in long distance in network marketing in the 90s because he hit the timing of something that, happened then. Now here we are with Shoply and e-commerce, the timing is now. And I just think positioning ourselves with this company now, we're like the sustainability, this is for generations to come. This is beyond huge in my world, in my mind.
And I think that's I'm just going off what Matt and Carmen said. I think coming from the actual network marketing standpoint of it too, though, I think there is a network marketing component here that's great for people that are looking for that. So I love that Matt's perspective on the vendor, talking to businesses. I love Carmen's e-commerce. And then there is a network marketing component here that I think is very lucrative. because we do have the community bonus, which Nick didn't touch on, but in the compensation plan, I know people love to talk compensation plans. That's something I've never seen. And I think we're watching companies every day, my friends and every company go affiliate only and not have the team building aspect of it anymore. So let's bring all those companies over here and give them an option to team build again. Because I feel like, to me, it's the community that I've built over 10 years. It's the people. Like, I love the community aspect of network marketing. I love helping people. So if I can help them here, like, then that's fantastic. Plus you have all these other lucrative ways to make money. Like, that's why I was so drawn to this. That's why I went all in right away as soon as I heard about it, because of the fact that you've got the 8 ways of getting paid, but like there is still the network marketing there that I do still love, and I still love that team building aspect. So I think it's the best of all worlds. And like Matt said, there's a spot for everybody here, every single person.
Beautiful transition, because I'm going to talk about team building bonuses here in just a second. I did want to throw this up, Sarah. I know you or someone on your team. Oh, that didn't share. Let me try it again. Nope. Where is this flyer? I can see it on my computer. That's weird. All right, so I got a flyer to show you guys of all the vendors that ship to Canada, but I'll figure it out in a second because it just disappeared on me. In any case, here's a bonus. Oh, there you go. Thank you.
There, that's it. Yeah, Stephanie made that. It looks fantastic.
Beautiful. So guys, this is all the US brands, and there's probably more now since this flyer's been made, that do ship into Canada. And then Lavare is shipping from Canada to Canada, right? So that's a Canada based brand. The rest of these are, you could buy all these products. There's probably between all of this, between 100 to 200 products right there, maybe 150. And you're off and running. So, but our expansion is to take you guys from a phase 2 to a phase 3 to a phase 4 market in the next 90 days, if not all the way to phase 5. Now let's talk about really quickly a bonus we got going on for November only. If you are a person that does want to build a team, you're good at it, you like to train, develop, recruit, so on and so forth, here's a nice little bonus for you. Go out there and go Influencer Pro tonight, help 3 people, get started as Influencer Pros. We're going to pay you $780 US, and you can do it 2 times. You can do it 3 times. We just had a woman join 10 days ago out of Dallas. She's already qualified 3 times for it. So that means she's made nearly 2,300 just through this one slide right here. Not counting selling products, not counting the people that she's enrolled selling products and her making overrides there, not counting anything else. She's already made her first 2,500 in the last 10 days off and absolutely running. So a couple of quick thoughts for you guys as I close up here. If you want to get access to information like crazy, go to @Shopley Partners on YouTube, and there's all kinds of videos there, and join our Telegram. Every update, every flyer, every release of a new vendor, all of it gets pushed through the Telegram. There's literally announcements in there every single day. So if you're not plugging in there every day, you're just missing out on just little bits of information. And I'll close up and say, hey, well, Nick, what about other marketplaces? I heard there's other marketplaces, and there is. But do they do products and digital and services? In the next year, we'll have all 3. Can vendors launch their own affiliate channel off from our tech and our software in other marketplaces? Can you bring on vendors and make a royalty or a vendor development bonus? Do they own the merchant processor? Are they fully international? Like, this is the scope of what we built. This is a big boy. This isn't.
And Nick, I don't want to cut you off, but I also think this is really important. Vendors can't bring in other vendors in any other place.
Interesting.
That's a big one as well. As a vendor, you've got a network. You probably know other business owners. You can bring in other vendors and earn, and then start even cooperating with those companies.
And cross-promoting your products to each other's affiliate channel.
Yes.
Absolutely. So add that one as well, guys. The bottom line, this is a big idea. It's a huge idea. This has never been tried before. What we're doing and the way that we're doing it. So it's completely unique in all of the ways that we're delivering value to the people, right? Amazon and TikTok Shop is just another way of centralizing commerce. It's Amazon's back end with TikTok's front end. TikTok's taking 50% of the commission off every sale. Amazon's providing the products. It's the rich get richer, right? We're saying, no. Let's let the people bring the vendors. Let's let the vendors tell the people how much they're willing to pay. Let's create an ecosystem that can all feed off each other. Okay, I'm going to give you my closing thought. I'm going to kick to Ron and or the panel to close out because I have to jump off. But I just want to say something. We are here. Oh, come on. I promise I do know how to work PowerPoint usually. We are here. This is not my information. This is from a book called Crossing the Chasm. It was written 30 years ago, and it has been referenced in just about every marketing book or any software-based company, any company out of Palo Alto. They're all trying to cross the chasm. And we're here. We're looking for these people right here. I have to be the first. 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 If you want to come in here, be my guest. We'll see you in 2028, 2029. Join then. No problem. It's going to take us until April of 2025 to get here. It's going to take us until January of 2027 to get here. You think that sounds like a far way ways? That's 25 months away. 2 years. We'll have all of our innovators and early adopters, and then we're going to go hyperbolic. So if you want to chase the curve, I'll see you in 4 or 5 years. But if you want to be a first mover, if you want to be on the front end, if you want to get positioned early, if you want to be the person that is willing to lead, you get in now. And you don't watch, you work. But here's the downside. Do you know what this means? This means we don't have everything. There's probably words misspelled and buttons that don't work and error codes and all kinds of shit. Because that's what a tech company is when it's got a 45-day-old website or 50 and it's been around for 75 days. But guess what? We got $1 billion partner. The guy the man whose idea this was owns an entire ecosystem of companies called LaCour Enterprises. That's a global enterprise doing $1 billion years plus in sales, manufacturing, formulation, logistics, packaging, warehousing, 4 different continents. This is his idea of where he sees the future of all of his businesses going. He said, we need to create this. So you're here with that type of partnership. Take action. Become an influencer pro, or at least become an affiliate for free. But don't sit back and do nothing. Start making money in the next 7 days. Team, back to you.
Amen. Well, I'll just turn it over. Hey, Nick, I know you're going to be with your kids. Go be with your kids. Happy to have you back. Thank you for sharing with us tonight. Well, Sarah, you, Carmen.
I got 2 more of these. I got 10 minutes to see them. I got 2 more of these.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Go ahead, guys.
I just want to thank you. I'm hopping off because I got littles and I'm up very early in the morning, but I am super excited for the future. I just adore this company. I love everything about it. And I think that if you are watching this, you are watching at the right time to get in now. Get yourself in now, get your spot, because where we're going in the next couple of years is going to be explosive.
Amen. Carmen?
I agree with Sarah. Get in now. I think this is incredible. I was also in Dallas and I got to meet Terry LaCour. I was at his home. Like when we start about startup companies, this is not to me a startup company. This to me is it's got everything in place. It's got everything that we need. And it's also got the integrity to back up the idea. And this platform has so many moving parts. It's got something for everybody. And I just have to say that I've never been this excited, and really something I see that I can really, dig my teeth into, and it's going to be here for the long haul. It's not going anywhere. And what I know in Canada, in my backyard, money does not grow on trees here. So I know that we have a solution to help a lot of people, a lot of families right now in need. Our economy is crap up here, and I don't know about anybody else, but we need a solution. So I feel we have something right here that we can really share with people, and that makes me truly excited.
Awesome. Matthew, thank you, Carmen.
Business is something that's been greatly affected over the past bunch of years, especially the small business, the business that had to shut themselves down while Amazon and Walmart and all the big centralized box stores got to stay in business. Never again. This is a place where we're going to
Amen.
tap into all of these businesses that have incredible products, services, technologies, digital learning. And we're going to go find those great vendors, bring them into this ecosystem. And then we're going to work with you to change people's shopping habits, get them out of that big box store, get them out of the Amazon shop, and having their daily essentials, the things that they want to use in their house every day, plus all of the other possibilities, give them the ability to shop here. And when you think about opportunities, they're a dime a dozen, but are they? And sometimes opportunities come to your life exactly when you need them. And I would say if you're here right now, this hit you because life happens for you. You were shown this by somebody who cares about you, who wants to see you capitalize on something. And they believed in you enough to share this with you and invite you here tonight. So
Awesome.
take these opportunities and grab them by the horns. You're not doing this by yourself. You're doing this with a great team of people who want to see you succeed. And we're here to work with you to make that a reality for you. So take the chance, go with confidence, take action, and let's all win together.
Awesome. Well, you know, Nick touched on it, guys. It'll never be more challenging than now, but it'll also never be more opportune than now. So I think what you do right now really reaps the rewards down the road. And there's all these Canadian people who have a history in our profession, guys, who are watching your economy go to crap, like you guys have said. We understand things are about to turn around. So if I were you guys, man, I'd reach out to those people who you think are dormant, who you think are dark, who you think are cold, don't assume anything right now, man. Bring them the solution, because I know what Canadians can do. I believe Canadians right now could lead this company. I do, because you have finally a solution that's viable to do so. So folks, so happy to be on with the Canadian Call. This call means a lot to me. I've had such great success in Canada through lots of adversity. There's less with this one. Love the idea. Love the teamwork that we have going on right now, guys. So thank you, Matthew. Thank you, Carmen. Thank you, Stacy. Always. Nick, I know you're probably there too. Thank you always for great leadership. Appreciate you guys. Have a great night, great evening. Get that message. Go Canada. Let's go.